Stop behaving yourself. Seriously. You've been told your whole life that buying a supercar is financial suicide. You've been told that responsible adults drive beige sedans and put their money into low-yield savings accounts that barely beat inflation. I am here to tell you that is a lie. In fact, I'm going to argue, with a straight face and a calculator, that buying a Porsche, a Lamborghini, or a Ferrari might actually be cheaper than driving a luxury SUV that depreciates like a falling rock. Today we are going to look at the three kings of the asphalt: the Porsche 911, the Lamborghini flagship, and the Ferrari SF90. And I'm going to show you the specific banking products, the interest rates, and the legal loopholes that the top 1% use to drive these cars for pennies on the dollar. We aren't paying cash. Cash is for groceries. We are using other people's money. So make sure you like and subscribe for more videos you want like this. Let's start with the gateway drug, the Porsche 911. Specifically, we are looking at the new 2025 Porsche 911 GTS. This is the sweet spot. It's fast enough to scare you, but comfortable enough to drive to a dentist appointment. The sticker price right now? Let's call it $180,000 with options. If you walk into a regular bank and ask for a $180,000 auto loan, they will laugh at you. They will offer you a 60-month term with payments of roughly $3,500 a month. That is rookie numbers. Do not do that. You need to ask for a balloon loan or a lease with a high residual. Porsche 911s defy the laws of physics and economics. They barely depreciate. Because of this, banks like Woodside Credit or even Porsche Financial Services will offer you terms that look like a mortgage. We are talking 144-month financing. Yes, a 12-year car loan. That's insane, you say. You'll be underwater forever. No, you won't, because it's a 911. Here is the math. You put 20% down. That's $36,000. You finance the remaining $144,000 over a long term, or you structure it with a balloon payment at the end. Your monthly payment drops from that scary $3,500 down to a manageable $1,600 to $1,800. That is the price of a fully loaded Ford F-150 payment, but you are driving a 911. Now the maintenance. People think a Porsche oil change costs a kidney. It doesn't. It costs about $600. You do it once a year. Tires? Okay, those are expensive. A set of Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires will run you $2,000, and they will last you maybe 10,000 miles if you behave, which you won't. So budget $300 a month for maintenance. Total cost to look like a hero? About $20,100 a month. But now you want to make noise. You want doors that go up. You want the Lamborghini. Now you asked for the new Aventador. In 2025, the Aventador is dead. Long live the king. The new king is the Lamborghini Revuelto. It's a V12 plug-in hybrid with 1,000 horsepower. The sticker price? A cool $608,000. And that's before the dealer adds a market adjustment because they know you want it. Let's assume you are paying $750,000 out the door. How do you finance $750,000? You do not use your personal credit. If this loan hits your personal credit report, your debt-to-income ratio is cooked. You will never buy a house again. You buy this car in a Montana LLC. Here is the strategy. You form an LLC in Montana. Why Montana? Because Montana has 0% sales tax. On a $750,000 car, that saves you roughly $60,000 immediately. That is your down payment right there. Then you find a commercial lender. You are looking for a commercial lease or a balloon note. The bank looks at the Revuelto and says, in 3 years, this car will still be worth $500,000. So they don't make you pay off the whole car. You only pay for the depreciation plus interest. You put down $150,000. Ouch, I know. Your payment on the remaining balance? It's going to be around $7,500 a month. That's a lot of money. Yes, but is it? If you are a business owner, a consultant, a real estate agent, a YouTuber, and you use this car for marketing, that lease payment might be partially deductible. I am not a CPA, and the IRS has no sense of humor, so talk to your accountant. But for many, this car is a rolling billboard. The real cost of the Lamborghini isn't the payment, it's the clutch. Oh wait, the Revuelto has a dual clutch, so it doesn't eat itself like the old Aventadors. That's a win. But insurance? If you are under 30, just give them your wallet. If you are over 30 with a clean record, you're looking at $12,000 a year in premiums. That's $1,000 a month just for the privilege of parking it. Now let's graduate to the final boss, the Ferrari SF90. The SF90 Spider. This is barely a car. It is a spaceship that happens to have wheels. It costs roughly $575,000 to $700,000, depending on how much carbon fiber you add. But here's the trick with Ferrari. You don't find the car finds you. To buy a new SF90, you usually need a history with Ferrari. You can't just walk in with a briefcase of cash. They will show you the door and tell you to buy a used Portofino first. But let's assume you bypass the list. You are financing an SF90. Ferrari Financial Services offers something most banks don't. A balloon product with a guaranteed buyback sometimes attached, or very predictive residuals. Here is the secret weapon of Ferrari ownership: 7-year genuine maintenance. When you buy a new Ferrari, the maintenance is free for the first 7 years. Oil changes? Free. Filters? Free. Labor? Free. That saves you roughly $20,000 over the life of the ownership compared to the Lamborghini. So let's do the SF90 math. Price, $650,000. Down payment, 20%, $130,000. Loan structure, 60-month balloon. Monthly payment, $6,200. Now here is the hack of the century: the Ferrari market. Ferraris, unlike almost any other car, often appreciate or stay flat. If you buy a limited spec SF90, drive it for 2,000 miles over 2 years, and then sell it, there is a very high chance you sell it for exactly what you paid for it. In that scenario, what did the car cost you? It cost you the interest payments, maybe $50,000 total over 2 years. Divide that by 24 months. You drove a Ferrari SF90 for $2,000 a month. That is cheaper than leasing a Range Rover. But what if I crash it? That is what agreed value insurance is for. Do not get Geico. You get Haggerty or Grundy. You tell them this car is worth $700,000. If you wrap it around a telephone pole, they write you a check for $700,000. So let's summarize the breakdown. If you want the smart, daily drivable flex, get the Porsche 911 GTS. Put 20% down, finance it for 12 years, pay $1,700 a month, and smile every time you start the engine. If you want to stop traffic and cause accidents just by parking, get the Lamborghini Revuelto. Use the Montana LLC to save $60,000 on taxes. Treat the $7,500 monthly payment as a marketing expense, and accept that everyone will assume you are a crypto billionaire. If you want to play the long game, get the Ferrari SF90. Leverage the 7-year free maintenance, rely on the insane resale value, and realize that you are essentially renting a masterpiece for the cost of a boring luxury SUV. The math is there. The banks are waiting. The only thing stopping you is the fear of actually having fun with your money. Or you can keep driving that sedan and telling yourself you're being practical, but we both know which set of keys you'd rather have in your pocket. I'll see you at the dealership. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos you want like this.